Hey, today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, swing plane. All right, so let's talk about swing plane. And here's the question. Is there a natural swing plane? And yes, I believe there is, and I'm going to show you why. But I want you to do something, and I'm going to put a video on here. We're going to look at a conventional golf swing, a tour player, and we're going to look at his address position, and then we're going to swing, and he's going to go all the way to impact. And I want you to see what's happening here. You look at where he starts, and you see his hand position low, and you'll see lots of variations of two planes here, what I call two planes. The arms hanging down on one plane, the club shaft on another. And then when he swings to impact, you'll see something happen. You'll see that the club will lift and align with the arms going into impact. And so all of a sudden there's this swing plane, right? There's this thing that happens at impact. And of course, the most important moment of the golf swing is impact, and you see the club plane at impact. Now, I want you to look at something in this. As you look at this, don't look at where he starts at address. Look at where he's impacting, because this is where you're seeing a natural plane occur. Well, why is it a natural plane? Because you're taking this club, which has mass, and you're moving it around the body, and it's going to start lining up. There's mass pulling out as you're trying to put force on the club, and the club's speeding around the body into a circle, and it's pulling away from the body. And what's happening is it's creating a plane. So the plane of the golf club really is dictated by the club, and it's also dictated by physics and the forces of the club moving around the body. Your hands and arms are moving a mass on a stick around the body, and it's going to force itself into a plane. Now, I use that word force itself into a plane, which is interesting, right? Because that's where I come in, and that's where the single plane swing comes in. That's where Mo Norman came in. Do you actually have to force the golf club into a plane? The answer is no, because if you start correctly, which we call the single plane swing, single plane address, then you're putting the club on its natural plane, the way it's designed, but it's the way your body is designed to move an object around it. It's where it's going to end up anyway. And this is my point and why I only teach the single plane, and I'll only teach the single plane because it's a natural way to move a club around the body. So I have two clubs here. I have a 7-iron, I have a driver. And let's look at swing plane with both these clubs. I'll do the driver first. And this club is dictating its plane. It's telling me there's the plane of this golf club. It's not down here where conventional golf may start you. It's here. That is the plane of this driver. So I'm going to set the club on its plane. You know, when I go through this stuff and my head starts wrapping around it, everything I try to teach you is so common sense. You're like, well, this makes sense, Todd. Yes, the club should start where it's designed and impact where it's designed. And this is such a natural thing to talk about swing plane for me, because I'm starting the club on the plane where I'm going to what? Impact. And I'll hit one just to show you that I'm starting, and then I'll swing, 80% here. And so what you're seeing that swing is the club goes back, it comes down, and it returns right back to where I started it. But that's one of the things that you need to see when you're seeing the swing plane. The thing that I want you to understand is what the body did. This is what I think has made golf so devastatingly hard for golfers around the world. Because let me grab this iron and I'll show you. What you have probably learned is what I consider the biggest mistake taught in golf. Biggest mistake taught in golf is hang your arms below the shoulders. They say it's a natural hanging position, and I would argue with that. Because yes, this may be where your arms hang, but that is not where the natural forces of plane are going to take you when you hit a golf ball. Because your goal, if I'm standing here, my goal is not to hang my arms down. My goal is to hit that golf ball with this stick, right? So the question has to become, put the stick on the plane where the body's going to hit that golf ball. I'm going to point the stick directly at the thing I'm going to hit. Again, the natural plane is your ability to point that stick directly at the thing you're hitting. There is your natural plane. So here's my 7-iron. You saw me do it with the driver. Here's the 7-iron plane. It's designed, look how it's lining up with my arm, lining up with my trail arm, lines up with my lead arm. And here we go. I'll make a swing. And so it's happening there again, back, right back down to the natural plane of this golf club and the natural plane of my body. This is just common sense. So from now on, when you see golf swings, And it doesn't matter if you're looking at a PJ Tour swing or an amateur swing. I look at their address and I see the biggest challenge that golfers have is setting up in an address position that's making it difficult to get that natural swing plane to occur. Because what you'll see though, and this is what you can watch videos, maybe some golfers you like to watch on TV, they're making a lot of compensations mechanically for this plane going around their body. They're making a lot of compensations for being too close to the ball, the hands being in a two-plane position. What they do, here's some of the compensations you'll see. You'll see straightening, lifting of the feet, putting pressure on the back. You're gonna see, sometimes you'll see them spin out. Sometimes you're gonna see them lift both feet off the ground to get to impact. You see that one a lot. You see a lot of things happening when people do not have the natural setup to get onto the natural swing plane, what I call the single plane swing. That's what I think can help you the most. If you're a struggling golfer trying to figure this stuff out, why would you ever make it harder than you need to make it? Why wouldn't you set up on the exact same plane where you're going to impact? Again, I'll do this with a 7-iron so you can see it. Setting up the club on the same exact plane I'm going to impact, it gives me the space I need between my body and the ball so I don't have to lift my body, and now I can swing the club right back down, and it makes it so much easier on my back, so much easier on my body, so much easier to deliver the club into impact. That is why I teach a single plane swing. I hope that helps you understand that swing plane is a product of the length of the club you're hitting. If you have your body in the correct position, you can make a natural swing and get back to impact in the easiest way possible. Give me a thumbs up, click the bell icon. I'll see you in the next video.